The 5,996 former staffers of Nigerian Airways who have started receiving payment of their pension arrears and benefits from the federal government have reciprocated the good gesture of government through an appreciation rally support for the re-election of President Muhammadu Buhari in Lagos. Addressing the former staffers of the liquidated Nigerian Airways at the rally ground after a special appreciation parade, the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, stated that President Muhammadu Buhari's administration was committed to the well-being and welfare of Nigerians.
It is the commitment of this administration that led to the President to end the 14-year wait and suffering of the 5,996 former personnel of Nigerian Airways, who, as I speak today, have started receiving payment of their pension arrears and other benefits from this government.
The minister said, since the liquidation of Nigerian Airways, successive administrations have failed to settle the air staffers, which he said has led to untold suffering and loss of human dignity by the affected people.
It is noteworthy that since the liquidation of Nigerian Airways, successive administrations have failed to settle the air staffers, leading to untold suffering and loss of human dignity by the affected people.
Alhaji Mohammed stated that apart from the staffers of Nigerian Airways that have benefited from the people-oriented policies of the present administration, former workers of Alaja Delta Steel Company, night workers, and former Biafran policemen have also seen their years of suffering and neglect come to an end. He gave an assurance that more than 800 deceased air staffers of the Nigerian Airways next of kin will receive the entitlements due to them, saying with their support and votes, the President will continue his good works for another 4-year term.
It is not just the former staffers of Nigerian Airways who have benefited from the people-oriented policy of this government. Former Biafran policemen, former workers of the Alaja Delta Steel Company, and former night workers have also seen their year of suffering and neglect come to an end. For the more than 800 deceased ex-workers of Nigerian Airways, and may their soul rest in perfect peace, their next of kin will also receive the entitlements due to them. I want to congratulate all of you here today and thank God for keeping you so you can reap the rewards of your labor. Amen. Please permit me to also thank you most sincerely for this event, which is a show of appreciation to the President for what he has done for you. Your show of appreciation and indeed your support for the President could not have come at a better time, as we are just a few days to the presidential elections. With you, your support and votes, the President will be re-elected to another 4-year term to continue his good works for the good people of Nigeria.
Speaking at the rally, the representative of the Aviation Minister, Captain Fola Kikwotu, urged the pensioners and air staffers of Nigerian Airways to fully support the present administration from the depth of their minds, noting that the present administration has done something uncommon.
My name is Captain Fola Kikwotu, a member of this group. I've been asked to represent the Honorable Minister of Aviation, Senator Alhaji Sirika, who is unavoidably absent. We all want, and I want, where this country should go. And therefore I share without fear of doubt, without any reservations in my mind, that when I say Baba, when I say Baba, it comes from the depth of my heart. I believe that I had come to a point in my life where I should have no fear of being honest. Baba did it for us. Say Baba. Say Baba.
Baba, Papa ani Baba, Kai ani Baba, Kai ani Baba, Baba si fún wa, Baba o, Baba o, Baba o, Olúwa dá Baba si fún wa.
I know we can continue to talk, but I also want to stay with you. I think the Honorable Minister will be more than gratified that you have come to say thank you. I'm not a Bible-quoting, chest-thumping Christian, but I remember one story that stands out in the Bible. When Jesus healed some people, the question was, how many of them came back to say thank you? At least you have stood out to say thank you. May the good Lord in his infinite goodness bless all of you and your families. And as we believe and we know that as the dawn will come after a night, that portion of the money that is remaining will become yours. I wish all of you well. I pray that as we move on to electing our president, God in his kindness will bless this nation. That despite whatever other people might think, this election shall be peaceful. That whatever might be that the continuity and the blessings that we receive today, even when we don't see it, it surely shall be ours. My prayer, and it's a personal prayer, may Mr. President win. I wish you well.
In the words of the testifiers of the good works of the present administration, Lukman and Imasham, the rally was not sponsored by government, but was their own way of appreciating the government that has brought hope to their hopeless situation.
It's a massive solidarity rally that we have done for Mr. President to appreciate him, to thank him for what he did, because he brought life back to my people. He brought hope back to my people. He brought smiles into our dependents, because definitely we have money to take good care of them. So what we have done is to thank him, and in appreciation of what he has done, we want to move with him to the next level. And by moving with him to the next level is by voting him on February 16th. That we are going to do. I've said it severally. Even some of our friends are saying, how much did Buhari pay me? And I keep on telling them, Buhari does not need to pay us one dime to do this, because he brought hope. He brought life back to my people that are dying in droves. We have not recorded death since we have started paying. So, must he pay us to do this? No. Buhari has even, we all know what happened during the last regime. When people go to Villa, they will come back with Ghana Must Go. How many people have gone to Aso Rock and coming out with Ghana Must Go? We are not sponsored. We are not paid. Whatever we are doing, we contributed money to do it.
The rally came to the peak when the Vice President, Professor Yomi Oshibajo, and his convoy coincidentally rammed into the rally train and stopped briefly to express his appreciation to the ex-staffers of the liquidated Nigerian Airways for their support.